Hello. Welcome to the Best Football Show. I'm your host, Brian Baldinger, at Baldy NFL. Across all the social media platforms, posted a lot of videos last night, today on Twitter and on Meta and Instagram. You can find this show, the Best Football Show, by downloading your free Odyssey app and then liking and subscribing to it and following and commenting. We like all of your feedback on what we can do. Tuesdays, we're here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Tuesday, we call Tuesdays Takeaways. I have studied most of the games from Week 13. Obviously, Thanksgiving Day games are in the book. Black Friday game was in the book. And most of Sunday's and all of last night's game, Giants and Patriots, I have watched. And so these are some of my takeaways. The Patriots just won their 10th game in a row. They're the first team to win 11 games this season. And they took the Giants apart every which way you could take them apart. Remember, the Patriots last year, without Mike Vrabel, won 4 games. This year, with Mike Vrabel and, the draft picks and the free agents, it's 30 new players on the team from a year ago. It's a completely different team. New coaching staff, Doug Marrone, offensive line. You've got Josh McDaniels calling the plays. It is something to see because they made it look easy last night. And this is with Ben Brown at left guard, and this is with Vidarian Lowe at left tackle. They had backups on the left side of the offensive line. You never knew it. They don't make mistakes. They don't beat themselves. But they do so many little things. Marcus Jones takes back a 94-yard punt return for a touchdown. It was perfectly blocked. They double-teamed the Gunners. They did everything right to set up the return. He caught the ball at the 6-yard line, which you never want to do as a returner. Anything inside the 10, you just let it go. But he caught it at the 6 because he could see that there wasn't a single coverage man that was within 10 yards of him. He knew he was going to have a good chance for a good return. And then their core special team players opened things up. Caleb Murphy, Marte Mapu. I mean, I could go through all the guys that made blocks. But Marcus Jones just returned his second, punt for a touchdown this year. The only player in the league with 2. They beat you on special teams. They beat you on defense because they've got elite cover players. Christian Gonzalez is as good as any corner in this league. On the other side, Carlton Davis has won a Super Bowl with the Bucs, and Marcus Jones is their slot defender. They have 2 good edge rushers in La'Kavon Chaisson and Harold Landry, but they just get big. They're big inside. Whether it's Barmore, you name a guy right now, Durden. You go through a list they've got 6 defensive tackles inside. They can get big to stop the run. They're number 1. In fact, let me just double check this right now because they were last week. Right now, the New England Patriots, they're number 3 in rush yards given up. Number 3 overall. They're very good. They are the So they're the number 5 ranked defense in football right now. Number 3 against the run. And then what they have done offensively with Josh McDaniels just makes so much sense. They've got everybody in position. They've got their go-to guy in Butte. They've got their tight ends, especially Hunter Henry, that works the middle of the field. They've got Stephon Diggs, who works underneath on third downs and beats man coverage with a variety of routes that he wins on. And the ball gets out of Drake May's hands on time. And they go up and down the field. And they play field position. They kick field goals. They're not a big team on 4th downs, although they made some 4th downs last night. In fact, let me just see something here. Yeah, they're not super aggressive like that, like some teams where they're losing games because they don't make their 3rd downs. Right now, the Patriots are on 4th down offensively. They are, they're 11 for 25. So it's not great, but at the same time, they played with the lead for most of the time. Now they've gone to Tampa and beat Tampa. They went to Buffalo, they beat Buffalo. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC right now with 5 weeks to go. A lot of football to be played, so nobody's get ahead of themselves. But it is something to see. So for all the teams out there that are struggling. New Orleans, the Jets. They just pick a team. All the teams that are struggling. The Patriots got the right coach, the right GM with Elliott Wolf. I saw him at the Texas A&M game on Friday night scouting those guys. You get the right coach, GM, and quarterback with the right amount of money, and you hit on your draft picks the way they hit on their draft picks, whether it's Will Campbell, Travion Henderson, go through the list of them. You can turn things around in this league in 1 year. Patriots are proof. And I think they're going to win the AFC East. They're going to have a home playoff game. They might have a bye. If it keeps up, we'll see. I think they're going to be a problem because of how tough they are. I mean, they that hit by Christian Ellis on the sidelines to Jackson Dart last night was a legal hit. It was shoulder to shoulder. It wasn't at the head. Wasn't anything illegal about it. He was inbounds, and he blasted him. They out-hit the Giants last night. They look like they love contact. They love to initiate it. It was on special teams. It was on defense. It was an impressive performance. They took the Giants apart. All right, let's get to the Rams, because the Rams were a hot team. They were the number one defense in football going into Carolina last week. But what they showed you was they had 2 red zone turnovers. 2. One, the ball got tipped by Derek Brown and Nick Scott intercepted in the end zone. And the other one, Derek Brown got Matt Stafford to fumble, and DJ Wanham picked it up in the red zone. They were going in to score. 2 red zone turnovers where, you're seeing Devontae Adams has 14 touchdown catches. Most of them are inside the 5-yard line. He did that again. I mean, they if they don't have those turnovers, they win that game. And we're probably talking about them as the hottest team in the league. But they lose, and they come back to the pack a little bit in the NFC West with Seattle tied at 9-3, and the 49ers sitting there right there at 9-4. So the NFC West is loaded. But I'm only making this point about the Rams because the week before, Carolina got blown out by San Francisco. It wasn't even a game. It was awful. And so it's a week-to-week league. You could go across the country, and you can still play great. They still put up 30-something points against Carolina. 2 red zone turnovers. That's all it took to lose to the Panthers. And Bryce Young made 3 really good touchdown throws. Really good play to the running back, Chuba Hubbard. Really good play on a waggle screen, perfectly blocked, and over the top to Tep McMillan and over the top to Jalen Coker. 3 big plays and red zone turnovers, and that was enough to knock off what was the best team in football going into last week. All right, the weather is changing. We have a nor'easter. I'm in New Jersey right now at NFL Films. There's a nor'easter out there right now. I don't know what's coming out of the sky. I was at the Jets game on Sunday against Atlanta. It was sleet, rain the whole day. We got a nor'easter hitting. You get this weather for the next 5 weeks in the Northeast. You better be able to handle the weather. I'll be in Baltimore on Sunday, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. You better be able to handle the weather. You better be able to run the ball. So look at what Chicago did to the Eagles. They ran 49 times for 281 yards in Philly on last Friday, on Black Friday, and 2 rushing touchdowns where they walked into the end zone. The Buffalo Bills went into Pittsburgh. They ran for 250 yards. 250 yards. I think it was the most rushing yards against a Steeler team in Pittsburgh ever. So James Cook, big day, but everybody, Ray Davis, Josh Allen, Ty Johnson, 250 yards rushing. Josh Allen had very little lifting to do. You look at what the Chargers did to the Raiders. Kamani Vidal, third 100-yard rushing day. The third play of the third quarter, or was it the third play or the first play? 59 yards on a little toss, crack toss. Touchdown, blew the game open, made it 14-7. If you can run the football now, it's going to give you a much greater chance. The Eagles probably beat the Bears if they could have run the ball better. They fumble on a tush push on 3rd and 1. They're down 10-9. They're at the 12-yard line of the Bears. They're going to at least kick a field goal and go up 12-10. They fumble on a 3rd and 1. They go tush. They don't even try to move the line of scrimmage. They just go tush push, and they go, to the thing that and the ball gets, pulled out of Jalen Hurts' hand by Nashawn Wright. It is mandatory that the team. It's mandatory that if you want to win in New England, at the Meadowlands, in Philly, in DC, in Chicago, in Pittsburgh, in some of these places where the weather's going to get nasty, maybe even in Carolina. You want to win in some of these places, you better find a way to run the football. And I don't think anybody runs it better right now than Chicago, the way that they run it, the style, the formations. Miami's doing a good job. Miami's running the ball much better with what they're doing. The Miami will come up to New York. We'll see how they handle the weather and the conditions. But that's my message to all these teams that are in the playoff hunt right now. You get to the Northeast, you better be ready. You better pack your running game, and you better be able to figure out a way to stop it, because Philly couldn't stop it. The Raiders couldn't stop it, and the Steelers couldn't stop it, and they all lost. All right, there was a real treat on Sunday in Cleveland, and it involved Myles Garrett and Trent Williams. I mean, 2 first-ballot gold jacket Hall of Famers going at it. I watched the whole game. Myles Garrett got his 19th sack in the game against Trent Williams, and it's one of the best moves I've ever seen in my life. It was basically a Euro step, coming off the right side, his right side. He went from being on the outside shoulder of Trent Williams on one step in the air, right foot to left foot. He must have traveled 5 feet, and he got inside Trent Williams and beat him inside for a sack, his 19th sack of the year. But they went up against each other 9 times. 9 times where it was just one-on-one, mano-a-mano, big on big. And Trent had probably 6 really good pass protections, and Trent got hits and a sack on the other 3. But it was the best of the best. I mean, there's a move by Myles Garrett where he fakes going outside and then comes inside, and you see Trent with just dancing bare feet adjust, backpedal, get on his toes, get his balance back, get his hands onto Myles. Like, he had to just react. And even at age, whatever Trent is, 37, the reaction time by him was phenomenal. His ability to run Myles around the horn and allow Brock Purdy to step up, it was really something to see. If you get a chance to go watch that game film, the All-22 would be great, but if you get a chance to just go back and watch it, when there's no tight ends chipping, there's no slide, there's no double team on Myles, it's just Myles and Trent. In fact, when Myles got the sack against Trent's just standing there, and you could tell he was upset. His quarterback got hit, he got sacked. But I think there was a part of Trent, and I haven't talked to him, but I will. I will ask him about it one day. I think part of it was just going, what did I just see? Like, I've seen Bruce Smith in his prime with 200 sacks. I played with and against Reggie that 198 sacks. Bruce Smith with 200 sacks. I've never seen that move. Dwight Freeney. I mean, pick up, Jason Taylor. I've never seen anybody that's a Hall of Fame pass rusher. Lawrence Taylor. I've never seen anybody run that move that Myles Garrett did in that game. Last one. We'll get to this game on Thursday as well, but Dallas plays Detroit this weekend. Detroit right now, since their 4-game win streak early in the year, since October 5th, they have won 1 and lost 1 every single week, including Thanksgiving, losing to Green Bay. The pattern says they're going to win against Dallas just because win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1 for literally 10 weeks in a row or something like that. But I have a hard time thinking that anybody could beat Dallas right now. They are playing with nobody could cover George Pickens. Dak, I think, is playing as well as he's ever played. The offensive line is healthy and good. The running game is solid. Clayton Adams, coming from Arizona, has done a great job with the run game. And then you've got an X in Pickens. You've got a Z in CD. You've got a tight end in Ferguson. You've got Flournoy, a bunch of other guys that could be that third receiver if you need it. Javonte has been good. Kavonte Turpin is their, gadget guy. I mean, they just have this offense right now that even if they're down 21-0 like they were to Philadelphia, they can come back. They can strike quickly. The ball moves. The ball gets down the field. There's yards after the catch. It's a fun offense to watch. It's well designed, and Dak is very confident. All that could change. The Rams went to Carolina. They got beat. All that could change with turnovers, with a good defensive effort. You don't take care of Hutch. Hutch can ruin your offense. But Philadelphia at 8-4 and leaking oil. Dallas at 6-5-1. They're a game and a half behind Philly with 5 games to go. The Eagles go to Chargers this weekend. We'll get to it on Thursday. We'll talk about it. But right now, Dallas is very, very impressive. And what they have done defensively, not just the trades to get Kenny Clark and to get Quinnen Williams and sign Jadeveon Clowney, but to get Logan Wilson, to get DeMarvion Overshown back, to get Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson back at safety. They are much better than they have been in the last few years. Not saying the Micah Parsons trade was a good trade because Micah is balling out in Green Bay. I'm not saying they don't need him and miss him in Dallas, but they are playing much better defensively right now. So they'll have their hands full against Detroit. We'll see. But anyways, that's been Tuesday's takeaways for the Best Football Show. I thank you very much for joining me. Look forward to talking tomorrow.